Hello, dear twin flames, and welcome to this new reading for this moment in time. Okay, this is the spread that I have. As usual, in my readings, the upper row is for the divine masculine and the lower row is for the divine feminine. Okay, coming to the first card here. Here we have the divine masculine in the Knight of Swords energy. He wants to come in charging against the wind into your life. This is how he's feeling right now. I feel the sword here is, the mental focus. And if you notice, there are clouds, like the sky is not clear. The sky is cloudy. So I feel like he's trying to find that focus, like in a foggy and cloudy mind. He's trying to focus. There is not a lot of clarity here. I mean, he's the knight of clarity, the knight of swords, king, queen and knight. So he's like third in the hierarchy. So there's not much mental clarity here. I do not see. But then there is this, like it's like the soul mind overriding the ego mind. There is this soul knowing, in the first time in their lives, the soul mind is overriding the ego mind. The soul is overriding the intellect. The spirit is overriding the intellect. That's what this card is about. In spite of the mind, the ego mind being foggy and like rough terrain. It's this terrain is not friendly and there's like windy and stormy. But the soul knows. The soul knows. This sword is that deep inner knowing that the soul has. That intuition which has not been sharpened in the masculine. It's become redundant because they don't use it. And the white horse is that power, the divine power that they have dormant in them. Okay, the divine masculines have been, I feel they have been snatched out of their like the divinity has been snatched out of them. They are being played by Satan. They are being played by the devil. They are being lured into the sins of the 3D. And they have been detached from the divinity. And now they are kind of finding it again. Finding that the awakening out of the 3D. The awakening out of the 3D. And they're finding that following that soul knowing. Following your own gut feeling, whatever you call it, whatever you want, the gut feeling, the solar plexus, the intuition, the inner knowing, whatever it is, but they are following that. In the clouded 3D ego mind, they are kind of following their intuition now, and their intuition is leading them to you, definitely. But he's still wearing an armor. He's wearing an armor, like he is protecting himself. There's only so much that they trust their intuition. There's a lot of clouding by the ego mind. The ego mind is playing tricks on them. So it's like they have to battle the ego mind. They have to release that spirit inside of them. That's the awakening. The spirit awakens and the ego dies. So I feel that this is a picture of your divine masculine going through a spiritual awakening. The Knight of, the Two of Pentacles here, I feel that, there's a storm in the sea. Emotions are running wild. The water is the emotion. The sea is the sea of emotions. And there is a storm of emotions and they are indecisive. This is a person like juggling two pentacles here. They are indecisive. I mean, and notice this person, he's dressed like a clown. He's dressed like a clown. And also he feels like, this is how he feels. He feels like a victim of his circumstances. He's not feeling powerful. He's not feeling like this knight. I think this knight is who wants to release from his spirit. He's actually, the ego mind is making him feel like this fool, this clown. And I feel like, this headgear he's wearing, it looks like a phallus, to say that he is being ruled by the earthly problems, the earthly sins, the sins of the 3D, lust and greed, and like not being able to use your soul mind. There is a soul mind. I feel this is a person being played by the ego mind. He's this clown, this puppet who's being played by the ego mind. And then he's indecisive. He cannot take a clear decision. So he's juggling his twin flame along with the other problems that he's having in this earth. The other problem, if this is the twin flame, the other problem could be anything. It could be a false twin flame, or ex, or he's married to somebody, or a karmic, or it could be anything. It could be like fear or money issue or whatever. He's just indecisive. But he knows that, you see this infinity symbol around the two pentacles. He knows that like the problems are somehow connected to this twin flame. Like the twin flame is a solution. Like these problems are connected. Everything is connected. This is a symbol of connectedness and infinity. He cannot let go of the twin flame. If he cannot free himself of his problems, he cannot actually let go of the twin flame. He thinks that he's a victim of his circumstance, a prisoner. But if you see, the sky is pretty clear here. We have a blue sky. So I feel that the clarity is dawning on him. He is dawning. He has to come out of this victim mentality. This is a person who's a victim, dressed like a clown, ruled by the 3D, ruled by 3D issues and 3D problems. Okay, here we have detached. I see the divine masculine. He wants to come out. He doesn't want to be the clown anymore. He doesn't want to be this puppeteer clown. I see him stepping out. This is a picture of stepping out. This person is stepping out. Okay, I feel that for most of the masculines, this is a actual step out. Like they're stepping out of something. Okay, and you see that, like behind this picture, there is a cold winter night. Cold winter. It's a very cold winter. I feel they're stepping out of the cold winter. Okay, and then they're releasing something. They're releasing this dove. Dove is a symbol of love. Universal symbol of love. So I feel that they are stepping out of the circumstances that are keeping them as a clown. Victim of his circumstances, stepping out of it. But then they are also releasing the love. I mean, they have to let you go. They cannot give you a commitment right now. They cannot give you a promise. Because their mind is not their own. I'm sure that there are a lot of harsh circumstances in the divine masculine's life, whatever they may be. They could be something as simple as imaginary fear to as complicated as a false twin flame. It could be anything. But yeah, they are definitely really letting you go. They're releasing the love. It's like, letting you go and trusting that if this is meant to be, then it will happen. And if something is meant to be mine, then it will be. Like the will of God will prevail. So definitely this is the divine masculine stepping out of something. Stepping out of a cold, long, dark winter. I think in the 3D it could manifest as them leaving an old relationship which is not working for them. Leaving something which is not serving their highest good. And coming out of this clown energy. But they have to let you go. We all have our own personal healing journey. Something that we cannot share with anybody. Healing is a very, very, very personal thing. You cannot share your healing with anybody. Not with your spouse, not with God, nobody. I feel that they have to be alone to heal on their own. And they are letting you go. Trusting that you will join them when they are ready and when you are ready. We have the number 11 here, the master number, the twin flame number. There is this deep, this knowing. They're being guided by spirit, guided by their intuition, guided by their spirit team. Nobody is alone. We are all born with a spiritual team who's taking care of us. Okay, here we have the divine masculine and he's eating grapes. I feel that this is a message to the feminine that they want to. Grapes is a symbol of like fertility, abundance, family. They want to be your family, or they see you as their family. They see the feminine as their family, and there is this lush green field, fertile, abundant field, and they are wearing green clothes. There's so much of green. The green is the love. The green is the love. The clear skies. And they want some communication with you. The pages are messengers. They want a communication. I think they want to tell you that they look at you as their family. And we have this gnome here. He's a earth elemental. I think the gnome is short because he's in the 3D. He's in the 3D. He's very short. It's a symbol of how the most of the divine masculine, they are in the 3D. They're very immature. They have no spiritual knowledge. They have no knowledge of the real truth of the relationship. I feel in spite of being like this, being so much in the 3D, they still are being guided by spirit. They still want to communicate to you that you are their family, or they see you as their family. You are family. You are no friend. You are no lover. You are family. Okay. And they want this. They want this. They want the harmony. This is the traditional lovers card. They want the harmony. They want the balanced, harmonious relationship with you. If you look at these people, this lovers card is particularly interesting to me. They are not, these people not really, if you see the lovers card in other tarot decks, the lovers, they are very beautiful. The man is very handsome. The woman is like thin and beautiful, and they are not. This couple is not the epitome of beauty. So I feel that this is how they feel. They feel that they're not the perfect guy for you. They're not perfect. They are not perfect. They are flawed. They're damaged. They're broken. But they definitely want this. It's like they feel it's an uphill ride, to uphill journey to become your lover, to become your match, to become one with you, like two hands joining as one. This seems to be a challenge. The reunion seems to be a challenge. Okay, we come to the divine feminine. We have the high priest. The divine feminine, I feel she's thinking more of matrimony, of wedding, reunion, marriage, like she's thinking along the terms of the marriage. Like she wants, she's ready for the reunion. This is a reunion card, the high priest. High priest. And also I feel this is a card telling the divine feminine that this relationship doesn't work in the traditional earthly ways. Like if you're thinking that you're going to date your twin flame, you're going to have a courtship, like the courtship, the asking out, the courtship, the dating, and then the proposal, and then the marriage, and then the baby, it's not going to happen that way. Okay, this is not an earthly relationship. This is not an earthly connection. This is a 5D connection. Okay, this is something which is made by God and not made by you, and you have no power to control or direct it. So you need to understand, the divine feminine needs to understand that you cannot control this connection. You cannot control, you are not in control. You cannot override the will of God. Neither the masculine nor the feminine. Nobody can override the will of God. Okay, this is like a godly figure here. Is carrying the what is scepter? No, the Pope. He looks like the Pope. He's wearing the papal headgear. Looks like the Pope, representative of God in the 3D. And you cannot override the will of God. The will of God will always prevail. So even if you hate your twin flame, you love your twin flame, you want to run away from your twin flame, you are going to be with your twin flame, reunited, and you cannot do anything about it. This is God's will, which has to prevail. Cannot override the will of God. Nobody can. Okay, here we have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, the divine feminine. Right now, I think most of the feminine, they are radiating this Leo energy. You know, the lion, the leader. The Leo is the leader. I think we are leaders in the relationship. Leaders in the whole relationship. Taking the relationship forward, you know, like carrying the staff, the leader. The leader, the Leo, the lion. And I feel the black cat here is, you know, the dark side. Like we can show our dark side to our twin. You know, we're not all divine love and roses. We can show our dark side to our twin if need be. You know, the lion also has to protect herself. Queen of Wands, like I feel the cat here, the lion would be, you know, the Leo leader in the divine feminine. But then there is also the self-protective, you know, that Kali energy, the self-protective, protecting yourself against the divine masculine. I feel there is like, you know, the ego in the divine masculine. The ego is the extension of Satan in every person in this universe. And there is the devil in every person. Okay, there is the devil in all the divine masculines, and that has to be, the devil has to be, disempowered. You have this, I feel the cat is like a boundary, you know, like this black cat is like a boundary, and it's black, it's kind of mirroring the devil energy. If you show me your ego, I will show you my black side. You know, it's like a message to the divine masculine. I feel like it's more of a black panther than a black cat. You know, like the two sides of the divine feminine, like the lion, the lioness, and the black panther. You know, the light and the dark side. The sunshine, and then there is this dark, vicious devil waiting to fight to protect herself. Okay, we have this card, and I like this card a lot. You know, I feel this is the astral world, okay, of the twin flames. I feel all the twins, they're meeting in the astral world. This is the astral. This is the astral spirit body, the light body. And when we sleep, we leave our body and travel in the astral world. I feel this is like a lot of twins, they are experiencing out of body experiences, astral traveling to each other. You will find that, you know, sometimes you feel like your twin is in you, like the spirit has come near you, or their 5D self is near you. You sense their feelings, you sense their energy, you sense their emotions, you sense what's happening with them. You just sense it. Okay, that's because their spirit is actually their 5D self, the spirit, higher self, whatever you call it. It's traveling to you to meet you in the astral plane. This manifests as dreams. Okay, the astral world is the dreams that the people see in their sleep. The astral world, you can create whatever you want in the astral world. The thought creates your circumstances in the astral world, and this manifests as dreams. So yeah, a lot of twins are astral traveling and meeting their twin in the astral world. More so now, because the world is at a standstill, because of COVID. Traveling is, everybody is at a standstill. So I feel that there's a lot of astral meetings and astral love happening in the world right now. Okay, here we have, the divine feminine can hear the soul call. Okay, there is something called the soul call, the call of the soul. She can hear that. She can hear the call of the soul from the masculine. Like you feel like you're being pulled, or you're being called. You feel that you're being pulled or you're being called. Like, this whole jungle is riding a stag. Like, it's kind of lost in the 3D, I feel. This is like somebody who's kind of lost in the jungle, lost in the woods. And it's like he's calling out to his feminine to guide him. And she's hearing that call. She's taking the role of the leader or the guide in the connection. She's hearing the call. Yeah, and then there are disruptions. Okay, the tower moments. This is the traditional tower card. There are a lot of disruptions in the twin flame journey. Disruptions could be in the form of false twin flames, karmics, fears, and the guardedness. Like this man is like guarding his heart is like guarded. He's guarding his heart. So yeah, there are a lot of disruptions in the twin flame journey. The main rule of this twin flame relationship is that it's not in your control. It's out of your control. It's not in the masculine's or the feminine's control. The ball is in nobody's court, so to say. Okay, there are a lot of disruptions which arise. Which will, there are many breaks. If you see in this, like this wooden, like a wooden coffin, this person is in like a wooden coffin, all tied up, So I feel this is how the divine feminine sees the masculine. Like they're in this wooden coffin, they're tied up. They cannot make a move towards the feminine. And there are so many breaks. It's not like they're not broken in one place. They're just broken everywhere. The coffin is broken everywhere. They are so broken that they cannot really reach out. Their hands are tied. And this is how the feminine is looking at the masculine. They cannot reach out. Okay, that was a reading for this time. And thank you everybody for watching my reading. And all of you all have a wonderful, wonderful day.